But I guess I just would have hoped that we wouldn't have allowed what our friendship or lack thereof to affect what our kids have. Do you really think that would hurt your child? To me, that cut deeper, right? Because my sisters and I have grievances. You think they're gonna keep my
Hold it, y'all. They're talking about a friendship, but they're going somewhere with this. You notice that Portia's going to say that she did not want her daughter around Shamea. Now, that hurt Shamea. I know that hurt. And I really don't think that Shamea will hurt her daughter. Portia's going to say, well, if they're not getting along, she can't be sure whether her daughter's going to be treated right. In other words, that's what Portia is thinking, allegedly. But anyway, when did Portia bring up Shamea's mother? See, we going somewhere with this, right? When did Portia bring up Shamea's mother? Shamea is absolutely angry at that table. I think Shamea has been wanting to say that, especially since she found out that Kelly and Portia kind of made up. Now, there can be two ways we can examine this now. Now, Portia could be just making up with Kelly just to spite Shamea. Then Shamea could be jealous over their relationship. But Shamea is getting ready to tell this girl that her daddy tried to sleep with her mammy. And y'all know what? I wonder how. I bet you the daddy probably was the opposite. Cause did y'all know that they stayed friends? Yeah, they stayed friends. But anyway, you guys, she said this young lady right here, Miss Moses. I can't hardly see that good, y'all. But anyway, she said that she think that Portia and Kelly done kind of made up now. So Shamea might be feeling a certain kind of way. Let's keep it rolling. Drama between Portia and Shamea. This is bad, y'all.
So in Savannah, we talked about our parents. And you said, I don't ever want our friendship to be affected by our parents' friendship. That's what you said, and we agreed. But the first thing you did was went on your public platform and talked about my mom doing something egregious to your mom. That my mom bought your mom daycare. But in fact, your mom did something first to my mom, and this was years prior. But you don't want to speak on that, right?
Why did they initially?
I don't want to speak on it because it's really going to go late. Okay. I was quiet last year because I was trying to protect and salvage what I thought was a true and genuine friendship. Now, seeing how things are kind of rolling out and how everything has escalated, if we're going to go there, we're going to go there.
Man, I don't give a what our parents did because they were friends prior to us.
But you posted about my mom. You didn't post about what your mom did. You want to talk about that?
I don't know their relationship.
Should we talk about that?
I don't know that.
But you knew enough to tell that my mom bought your mom daycare.
Girl, everybody knows that. It's not a secret.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't know that your mom tried to sleep with my dad.
Shamea came to dinner with one in the chamber. This just wasn't the one to elope.
Oh, man. She's about to explode.
Porsha don't play about her mama.
Oh my God. Where is my drink at? You and your mother are low down dirty snakes.
No, you and your mama are low down dirty snakes.
Yes, you are.
You are dirty. And I've kept my mouth closed long enough. I said I'm holding my mouth on it because I don't want to do that. And I don't want to embarrass her.
Who is embarrassed? Me? If my mama did something like that, baby, that would be on my mama. It's not true.
But every chance you get, you bring my mama.
Why would you do that? I've been sitting on this because I knew it already. And I took that home to my mom.
And what'd your mom say?
She was flabbergasted. You know why?
Wow.
Because your mom slept with your father's brother.
Girl, stop.
Yes, he did. Mom was dating. That mom was dating your father's brother. Your mother.
What's his name? Now tell me this. Which brother?
I don't know which brother.
I wouldn't give a hoo-hoo if his name was Jesus. If you said my mama slept with one of my uncles, I know that's a lie. The correct response is absolutely not. You are lying. Not which one. Do you not know that everybody named mama has told me about you? Did you say, they told your glam said that. You said, oh, she on the show now, and it's anything. It's everything's off limits. We ain't friends no more. We co-workers.
She's literally trying to say anything to get a reaction out of me. My mind frame was to move forward.
So Candy and Shamea, y'all. Not Candy, y'all. Candy had an interview with someone and she told them that she didn't think that Porsha and Shamea was cool, so that was before this big blow up. But so now we know they not cool. Whoa, y'all. Okay. Porsha says she and Shamea aren't as cool as they used to be. I'll say. The remarks caused a bit of a stir on social media, so much that fans pressed Porsha for a response. Woo, did we get a response, man? We got a lot of shade and a lot of response this time off of that show. Porsha threw that shade and then claimed that her Shamea mama slept with both two brothers, y'all. Which brother you a product of, Shamea? Oh, Lord. Okay, now here go what Porsha say. Any comment on Candy saying you don't like Shamea? One person asked during the Q&A. I don't know if Candy said I didn't like Shamea, but said the Atlanta mom. So the Atlanta mom replied, I think that what Candy said was she doesn't believe we're as cool as we used to be. And yes, that's true. We don't even have to put allegedly on there anymore, you guys. Woo-wee. Let's just keep it moving, y'all, because this is some drama right there. But you know what? Those two moms made up, though. They continue on being friendship. I think it was the dad. That's who I think it was that was trying to come on to the other lady. But who knows? It's not my business. Allegedly. Everything is allegedly on my channel. Y'all get them lights up now. Well, I got this from my Facebook, y'all. Facebook is just lit it up talking about Shamea and Porsha drama. The Real Housewives of ATL, the Total T Post, that's who this goes to, and all of her fans. Oh, let me tell you what Kim said. Kim said, now I believe Shamea. Now y'all know Porsha got them diehard fans. Porsha been around a long time. So Porsha got them fans. They not gonna Kim. Now you know them Porsha fans gonna come for you, Kim. But Kim says, I believe Shamea. And they running Porsche family now. Now get this what she said. She said she did marry a married man whose home she went over on a previous season. Wow. He had a wife. That would have been a boundary I wouldn't cross. Oh Lord, Kim, you nailed it. You nailed it, Kim. I wouldn't have had the nerve neither to go in that wife's house and then next time she seen me and her husband was hooked up. But let's see what Andrew said. When Porsha gagged on the lamb ball and Angela said, I'm surprised Porsha has a gag reflex. I was I was rolling. Y'all know Angela always throwing shade. She said, I'm surprised you had a gag reflex. Thomas said, now the fact that Shamea, now this one right here gonna be something to make you think. All right, let me start all over. Tamar says, the fact that Shamea said which brother showed that her mom does sleep around. Yeah, she said, which one? Yeah, that was a great comeback. Oh Lord, those two friends. Oh Lord, I hope they be able to mend their friendship, but I don't think so. Cause Shamil just abruptly just said, your mama tried to sleep with my daddy, and then Porsha came back and shaded her even worse that your mother slept with brothers. Oh my God. Oh Lord, what have we here? Okay, to me, I'm gonna read yours all the way through this time. The fact that Shamea said which brother showed that her mom sleep around. Her mom sleep around in the family. She should have said, don't dare talk about my mom or disrespect my uncle, but she sat there and said, which one? Lord have mercy. She sure did, y'all. I mean, very observant. She sure did say which brother. Oh my God. So, could Shamil be a product of her uncle's child? Is that what we hear? Is that what we hearing? Is that why she want to know which brother? Oh man, could the other brother be Shamil's dad? Allegedly, just thinking out loud.
Let me know. You the same with you. And it's tired. And I see you. I'm tired of you. And I've always known that. I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I said, I love her. Okay. In spite of it all. I always said. In spite of what? In spite of relationship. Any other relationship. So I'm new to this. What's the real reason why y'all not friends? She knows how to manipulate the situation. Girl, you are such a puppet. Girl, I don't want to be near you. Not at this point anyway. I'm here. I don't want to be near you. It doesn't matter. When somebody does the things that she has done, you're going to make a decision for yourself. You're going to have boundaries for yourself. Period. Y'all can sit and believe that lie and that manipulative bullshit that narcissistic her. I know. I've been holding that shit in because I wanted to protect her. But nothing that protecting me, so I got nothing for her. She wanted to keep talking. We can talk. Dead ass. I'm over it. She knew what she was doing. She's trying. That's a snake. She just tried to trigger me. How the hell you gonna say to me, it's just a shame that you won't let Pilar come be over. I would never hurt her. Bitch, you would probably poison me. You think I'm gonna let my child come over there? Because you know what? She wanna be like, she needs to be like so bad because her whole life and her family. So is the friendship over? Is it done? Is it? Girl, did you hear what she said about my mother? Her and her mom are like the trash that you put out on Wednesday and you hope that they pick it up on Thursday. This the most you done heard me say about the bitch. It's over. Lie. You don't know. You let me know.
Doors, color monitors for desktop computers, to the shape of the modern ironing board, the clothes wringer, blood banks, laser treatment for cataracts, home security systems, and the Super Soaker children's toy. Many objects and services Americans use every day were invented by black men and women, despite the cruel segregation and racism which dominated their time. Some of these innovators were recognized for their inventions, but countless other inventors of color have gone largely unrecognized. Others, completely lost to history. There were some instances where black inventors would compete with Alexander Graham Bell, with Thomas Edison, and their inventions will turn out incredibly good, and sometimes even more transformative, but they just did not have access to the capital. Neither were they granted the same access to all the different systems that the United States puts in place, to support white inventors. In this video, we will be discussing, amongst many others, 50 black inventors and their inventions that changed the world. 1. Thomas L. Jennings. During a time in American history when the vast majority of black people were slaves and owned as properties, luckily Thomas L. Jennings was born to a free black family in New York City. This awarded him the opportunity to learn a trade as a tailor and eventually operate his own tailoring business. Jennings was dissatisfied with the traditional methods of cleaning clothing, which gave him the impetus to experiment with new techniques. In the process, he had ended up inventing a dry scouring method, a precursor to modern dry cleaning. His dry scouring allowed clothing to get clean without damage from water soaking through the fibers. In 1821, Jennings was granted a patent for his new cleaning method, making him most likely the first black individual in the U.S. to receive a patent. Jennings established his own tailor and dry cleaning business and gained a reputation as a respected local community member. Using the proceeds from his business, Jennings had joined in the fight for the abolition of slavery. He had as well purchased the freedom of his wife, Elizabeth, who at the time was an indentured servant, and that of his children. 2. Judy Reed. Judy Reed was the first African-American woman to receive a patent. She received the patent for a device that kneaded and rolled dough. Very little is known about Reed's life before or after she received the patent. It is known that she applied for a patent in January 1884 for her dough kneader and roller. The device improved existing dough kneaders because it mixed the dough more evenly as it went through rollers. The rollers were carved with slats that acted as kneaders. The dough then entered a covered container that protected it from dust and other things. Reed received the patent for her invention on September 23, 1884. Reed's invention significantly impacted commercial baking, and her patent paved the way for more women and minorities to obtain patents and contribute to the field of innovation.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
That's right, y'all.
Let's ride.
Go ahead.
What your name is? What your name is?